Good day, Pinoy Clicksters and Mixers. Welcome back to the channel. For this video, we're going to look at the heralds of Galactus. Let's go! Okay, so we have Heroclix Iconics, Marvel's Heralds of Galactus to look at for this particular video. I would like to shout out Heinz, my good friend. This is his Iconics, okay? He likes to collect Silver Surfer, and this is a must-have for his collection. And thank you, Heinz, for allowing me to look at the figures in this set. Okay, so I'm opening this on his behalf. So I'm excited. So we have here on the left side some of the heralds of Galactus throughout comic history. Okay, I'm not so familiar with most of them, but I know Silver Surfer to some extent. Okay, and then on the other side we have some more heralds. So 6 all in all. Okay, at the back we have here an illustration of Galactus and a brief description. The heralds of Galactus scour the universe, searching for worlds to sate their master's cosmic hunger. So Galactus, the Devourer of worlds. Each emissary is imbued with the power cosmic, wielding untold forces of creation and destruction. Okay? Specifically made for discerning collectors, and Heinz is discerning. Iconics captures the precious moments and beloved characters of the comics universe. Display them in your Heroclix collection and play with them at the game table right out of the box. You can check out the QR codes for more information. And we have here the 6 heralds: Nova, Terax the Tamer, Morg the Executioner, Airwalker, Firelord, and the most famous, I guess, Silver Surfer. Okay, so it has a window, and you can see here inside is the Galactus and the 6 heralds. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the heralds. Okay, so I'll also be double checking that everything is in order for this particular pasabay of Heights. Ooh! So it also contains the legacy card of Galactus, and it's so big. Okay, I did not think it was that big. Okay, I remember this particular I remember the card. I know Heinz has this particular figure. Okay, but I did not know that the legacy card is this big. Okay, an alarm set off. As I was saying, I did not realize that the legacy card for the Galactus is bigger than your standard cards. It's even bigger than a tarot card. Oh my, this is the biggest legacy card in Heroclix. Ooh, it's so shiny. Okay, so Galactus here and alternate head on the other side. I will not read this anymore because it's so shiny. It's not captured well on camera. Okay, and I don't know how this actually works. Okay. So the world shakes. Just reading some multi-dial placement, Galactus arrival, cosmic energy. I really don't know how the Herald and Elemental Converter works. If I remember correctly, and again, feel free to correct me in the comments, he comes up off the map, and then he makes the map smaller and smaller as a way of doing that devouring of worlds in Heroclix. Okay, but Heinz, it's so big. Okay, rightfully so because it's Galactus. And we have here the 6 heralds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So everything is complete. I guess let's start off with Silver Surfer. Let's do it in order. Let me see that Galactus real quick. He is LG001B. This is LG001A. Okay, so again, you can check out the internet for the dial of Galactus. I recommend HC realms and HC units for that purpose. Okay, so 6 heralds, and the design is nice. It's like the earth, and then yeah, the moon here. Okay, purple theme. Okay, I'll probably not take it out of the what you call this, of the plastic. Okay, I'll leave that to Heinz because I don't want to break the figures. But we have here at the bottom, we have Morg, the Executioner. Okay, he looks good. And we have Terax, we have Silver Surfer, we have Nova, we have Firelord, and we have Airwalker. Okay, I really like the sculpt of Silver Surfer as always. Okay, after him, I like the sculpt of Airwalker. Okay, with that fire, flaming wings. Okay. Okay, so let's take a look at the cards individually. Silver Surfer is MVX-025 with a Cosmic Team ability. Yeah, all of them have that Cosmic Team ability because of the power Cosmic. Keywords are Annihilators, Defenders, Fantastic Four, Cosmic, and Herald. Coming in at 90 points. Are all of them 90 points? Yes. Okay. Keyword wise, do they have a common? Yeah, their common keyword would just be Cosmic and Herald, I would assume. Yeah. Okay. A trait is Heralds of Galactus. Is it a shared trait? Ah, it is a shared trait. Okay. But they seem to be doing different things. Same name but different things. Okay, invulnerability. When Silver Surfer takes damage from an opposing effect, after resolutions, he may generate a friendly character with a Heralds of Galactus trait from your sideline on the same click number as himself. If you do, turn Silver Surfer to click number 9, and this game, he isn't scored when KO'd. Protected, Pulse Wave. Okay, so that means you can start off with him when he takes a damage. Okay, after resolution, so you might end up on click number 2 or 3, replace him with a Herald, another Herald, and then move him to click number 9, and he isn't scored. Okay, so that's really strong because you can Silver Surfer would allow you to adjust your Herald for a particular matchup. Okay, and you still get this click number 9 Silver Surfer. Okay, he does have a special damage trait, but before that, let's take a look at his other trait, Energy Absorption. When Silver Surfer hits with a range attack after resolutions, you may heal him or an adjacent friendly character 1 click. Okay, and he is hypersonic with 6 range. 6 is really good because 4 is usually the standard in a small map. Okay, and you don't have to activate it immediately. You can reserve it to the end dial. Okay, so he gets a chance to heal, and the special attack damage power rather is you know not whom you oppose. Outwit and free. Choose a character within range and line of fire. That character can't use protected outwit or safeguard outwit until your next turn. So Norinrad is, I think, very strong for 90 points. You can also equip him with probably, or maybe put Animal Man on him. Okay, that should give him some more what you call this, powers aside from what he already has, or maybe a glider. Okay, so because he needs a board, but there's no surfer board in modern, so a glider will suffice. Okay. Okay, let's move on to the next herald, and it seems like, yeah, their Heralds of Galactus trait is the same. Okay. Just to confirm it, it's all the same. Okay. So that means you can bring in multiple of these heralds in a match. Okay, so what do I mean by that? So let's say you get damage three times, one, two, three. So you replace Airwalker with, let's say, Firelord, and this becomes on click 9. So you're on click number 4. You take one, two, three. You replace it with another, and then still keep this one on click number 9. Okay, so you add more reducers to it, to your heralds, so that you can bring more and more heralds throughout the match, with the rest becoming isn't scored. Interesting. So definitely you need to know what heralds to start off and what to bring in terms of sequence. Okay, maybe you can share your thoughts. If you played these heralds before, which one do you start off with and what's the sequence? Okay, share that in the comments. For now, let's take a look at the other traits of Airwalker. Galactus most favored. Okay, opposing characters within 6 squares can't use willpower or team cosmic team ability. That seems to be stronger than the special damage power of Silver Surfer. And he also has a special damage power, Horn of Gabriel. When Airwalker attacks, you may choose that lines of fire he draws can't be blocked. If you do, hit characters takes a maximum of 1 damage. Okay. So probably put, I don't know, a trick arrow to him. Okay. 3 targets. So that instead of regular damage, which is 1, you can use your trick arrow effect. Okay. That's what I'm just thinking, top of mind. Firelord, you can see him. His dial here. Okay, he's a little bit more combat oriented, although he has running shot. Second trait, mine is not the paltry flame born on Earth. At the end of your turn, deal 1 damage to each opposing character within range occupying a square with a smoke terrain marker. Opposing characters within 6 squares can't use energy, explosion, or pulse wave. Okay, that's really nice. You have you shut off EE and pulse wave, especially if you're what you call this, if you're a swarm team. Okay, and special attack power is mine is the fire, energy explosion, precision strike, smoke cloud as free, but only to generate markers in the square of characters Firelord hits this turn, regardless of range, line of fire, or adjacency to the other generated markers. Okay. So you can put the smoke clouds on different what you call this. They don't need to be adjacent to each other, the smoke clouds. Okay, they're not your typical smoke clouds. Okay, so I guess that's smoke terrain. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I'm just really intrigued by how you would order these heralds of Galactus. So they from your sideline. So if you use all of them, that's already 5. So you might not want to do that because sideline is very, what you call this, important in today's matches. But I'm actually tempted to have them all on the sideline just in case you might need one of them depending on your matchup. Okay. But if you have 5, then that leaves you with only 1. Maybe Fortify. Okay. So Terrax the Tamer, you can see the dial here. Improved movement destroys blocking. Let's see his trait. I will crush you. Super Strength. Opposing characters within 6 squares can't use Super Strength or TK. Okay. And a special defense power, the Earth itself is mine to command. Barrier. Barrier is free but only to generate 2 markers. When Terrax the Tamer uses Barrier, after resolutions, he may make a close attack targeting a character adjacent to one of the generated markers regardless of adjacency. If he does, instead of normal damage, deal damage equal to the number of blocking terrain markers adjacent to the target. Okay, so that's really good because he has barrier and barrier is free. So you can surround it with up to 6, I guess. Okay, so and he also gets to attack twice because of casting barrier at costed and then casting barrier as free. Interesting. Okay. Nova. Fantastic for keywords also. Let me see the keywords. Sorry, I'm going back and forth. I'm really am interested in this set now. Okay, I'm looking for keywords. Robot. Okay, Nova Core. Okay. Terrax. Ruler, Herald, Cabal. Defenders. Nova. Okay, so this one has Brute, so you can put in your what you call this, you can put in your longsword for free. Okay, so Nova here is a running shot perplex piece. At second trait, you shouldn't get too close. When Nova takes damage from a close attack, after resolutions, deal the attacker 1 penetrating damage. It's like a Mystics. Opposing characters within 6 squares can't use stealth or improve targeting abilities. Special attack power, gravitational control, poison, pulse wave. When Nova uses either, after resolutions, choose one. Place each damaged character adjacent to Nova and knock back all damaged characters. Okay. Poison with knockback sounds really good. Pulse wave that can place adjacent sounds also good. And the last Herald, Morgue, the Executioner. As I said, you can put Longsword to improve the attack to make it 13-5 with blades. Improve movement characters, ignore characters. Second trait, I did not come to join you, I came to kill you. Safeguard my control. When an opposing character within 6 squares stops turning their dial due to stop, after resolutions, deal them 1 unavoidable damage. That's good because that means usually stop is at the end of the dial. So when you deal them 1 unavoidable, that sort of KOs them. Okay, and usually the stop click, if it's not on the last click, the stop click is always a good dial for your opponent. So giving them 1 unavoidable afterwards really takes them off that strong click. And a special attack power, Cosmic Axe, Blaze Claws Fangs, Giant Reach 2. When Morgue, the Executioner, hits with a close attack, after resolutions, he may use Pulse Wave as free as if he occupied the square of a hit target. Okay, so a couple of charge attack and then Pulse Wave. Okay, let me do my take. You can always use multiple of this. I'll probably use Morgue, the Executioner, but he might need like an animal man for this because he has a vulnerability, but you might want to improve on that. Okay, I'll probably main force Morgue, and I like, which is that one, Airwalker. Okay, because of that trait that they cannot use Cosmic, so that seemed to be a good main force or initial heralds, and then you can just bring in these 4 throughout the game through these other 2. Okay, that way you utilize all 6 heralds. Okay, so again, share your thoughts on the comments, but I have to end with this the Galactus size legacy card. Bye bye.